I recently did a reaction to Javan and this guy came up in the comments a lot. I have never heard this song before. I know that he is not just a singer, but he was also a political activist. And for those of you that don't speak Portuguese, this is the story of the final days of a construction worker just before his death.
Amor daquela vez como se fosse a última. Beijou sua mulher como se fosse a última.
I'm already feeling sad.
E cada filho seu como se fosse o único. E atravessou a rua com seu passo tímido. Subiu a construção como se fosse máquina. Ergueu no patamar 4 paredes sólidas. Tijolo com tijolo num desenho mágico. Seus olhos embotados de cimento e lágrima. Sentou pra descansar como se fosse sábado.
What I'm first noticing is this really interesting construction of du-ga-du-ga-du-du-du-ga-du. At the end of each word there's a little emphasis which gives it this hypnotic feel. I think that has a name. Yes, it is paroxytone words. Things like potato. The ato has the emphasis instead of potato. I'm reading the lyrics here and it gets you straight away because you're there living the life of the worker with him and kind of feeling his day-to-day work. And I love the rhythm. It's like the rhythm of walking through life and getting work done. Slow and steady but with purpose, and it feels like it should continue on, which, knowing the story of this, is particularly sad.
Desenho mágico, seus olhos embotados de cimento e lágrima. Sentou pra descansar como se fosse sábado. Comeu feijão com arroz como se fosse príncipe. Bebeu e soluçou como se fosse náufrago. Dançou e gargalhou como se ouvisse música. E tropeçou no céu como se fosse bêbado.
Stumbled into the sky as if he were drunk.
E flutuou no ar como se fosse pássaro.
I'm sure I'm missing a lot of this, but I am reading the lyrics. It's so interesting because the melody, it is the same note repeated over and over, a lot of it, so that it's all about the poetry. This also adds difficulty in singing, actually. Often you think, the more notes, the more difficult the song is going to be. He's kind of making it easier for himself by doing like kind of little slide, but really, he's really precise, and you want that because you don't want to be distracted from those beautiful lyrics.
E tropeçou no céu como se fosse bêbado.
I love all the atmospheric sounds as
no ar
well.
como se fosse pássaro. E se acabou no chão feito pacote flácido. Agonizou no meio do passeio público. Morreu na contramão atrapalhando o tráfego.
If you do not speak Portuguese again, that little stop is the stop of his life right there. It has this really mechanical feel, like the sound of machinery, as if this person has just been reduced to that machinery. It's beautiful musical metaphors. I love all the percussion that comes in that gives it the feeling of it being really ominous. And this was quite perhaps ominous time in Brazilian history, so I gather I'll tell you a little bit about how this song was written and what he was going through in his life at the time as well. Whoa, this is going into like a jazz section. It's like he's free.
Daquela vez como se fosse o último. Beijou sua mulher como se fosse a única. E cada filho seu como se fosse o pródigo. E atravessou a rua com seu passo bêbado. Subiu a construção como se fosse sólido. Ergueu no patamar 4 paredes mágicas.
So he's climbing up a building.
Tijolo com tijolo num desenho lógico, seus olhos.
You're hearing these different rhythms and there's a lot more life in it, as if he's taking stuff into his own hands a little bit more, I guess. Please correct me if any of this is wrong. So Chico wrote this just after he was in exile in Italy because of a military dictatorship in Brazil. He was very open about his views on democracy. He was pro-democracy. A lot of the musicians were definitely targeted and had to leave Brazil, so hence he was in Italy. So this comes out of a time of real deep turmoil. He would have been feeling it, but everyone felt that. It really evokes the feeling of lack of freedom, like feeling stuck in that daily grind, until this section where you're getting a little bit more of that samba style rhythm that feels like perhaps something can happen, perhaps I can take control.
Subiu a construção como se fosse sólido. Ergueu no patamar 4 paredes mágicas. Tijolo com tijolo num desenho lógico, seus olhos embotados de cimento e
His
trave.
eyes are dulled by cement.
Sentou pra descansar como se fosse um príncipe. Comeu feijão com arroz como se fosse o máximo.
Eating beans and
Bebeu e
rice.
soluçou como se fosse máquina. Dançou e gargalhou como se fosse o próximo.
And he drank and he sobbed.
E tropeçou no céu como se ouvisse música.
It's so amazing having this kind of mechanical vocal, but then you have all these human emotions building up underneath, and his presentation is the same. He's telling the story as if he is that machine, yet you hear this amazing orchestration that's building under, and it feels like a pressure cooker underneath a human. And I think we've all had that experience where we've been like, yeah, everything's fine.
Bebeu e soluçou como se fosse máquina. Dançou e gargalhou como se fosse o próximo. E tropeçou no céu como se ouvisse música. E flutuou no ar como se fosse sábado. E se acabou no chão feito um pacote tímido. Agonizou no meio do passeio náufrago. Morreu na contramão, atrapalhando o público.
And then all that dissonance here.
Amor daquela vez, como se fosse máquina, beijou sua mulher.
Final bit is changing it a little bit for the first time. I think it was the 60s that this was written, so I'd love to know your experience of this period of time. I know nothing about it, and in UK we don't really learn about these things. This is my entire history education right now. So thank you for suggesting this so that I have learned something new.
Morreu na contramão, atrapalhando o público.
Clashy. Ugh.
Amor daquela vez, como se fosse máquina, beijou sua mulher. Como se fosse lógico, ergueu no patamar 4 paredes flácidas, sentou pra descansar como se fosse um pássaro e flutuou no ar. Como se fosse um príncipe e se acabou no chão feito um pacote bêbado. Morreu na contramão, atrapalhando o sábado.
Wow. That was less of a vocal reaction. This was poetry. Although it's very specific to this period of time, there have always been people who have been exploited and have to work like a machine in order to survive, and that takes its toll. And this song expresses it so beautifully, both the aspect of the machine, but the humanity that bubbles up underneath.
Rawr.